Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
We have with us today Mr. Tom Vadakkan, who was now a former Congress leader and a BJP leader. He has recently joined BJP and here to talk with us. Sir, welcome to ThePrint.
Thank you.
And we would like to know what are the reasons why you left Congress and joined BJP?
See, I've been with the Congress for almost 2.5 decades and I've been associated with the media department. I've been looking after the issues involved there. And by virtue of being the spokesman, I was the voice of the party and expressing views on behalf of the party. Now, there were issues which I did not agree with personally, especially the Pulwama incident, where about 40 plus CRPF soldiers were martyred. Under the circumstances, I felt what we were saying, asking for numbers and all that was not fair. When I did that, I did speak on that, I was disturbed and I said there must be some way out of this where I could express my own view. And I was constrained by party discipline and other instructions because I couldn't, move out from party line. So then I decided it's time to take and move on. And then I said, I don't care that I'm a spokesman anymore. I would just resign this job and move on. And that's what I did today. There were other issues that were coming up, but that was personal and that has nothing to do with my...
Leaving Congress and joining BJP.
Yeah, that was incidental things, personal humiliations, be what it may. That were things that were happening, but that didn't bother me. What was humiliating was, yes, the Indian Air Force went in there, went and bombed, did take action there. And apparently we had a pilot who had ejected after a crash and he was a POW. And when questions were raised, how many were killed, what are the circumstances, what are the satellite pictures, what are the figures, these questions were asked. Okay. My issue was when the nation was attacked, you do a counter attack. And the opposition, which should not be raising such issues, I mean, I can understand an investigative journalist trying to find out details. And you did see that Reuters, who said that nothing had happened, was trying to reach the spot. Now, if they knew nothing had happened, why were they at the spot? And why was the Pakistani police preventing them from entering the location? These are questions in public domain. But my issue is, why was the Congress party raising issues of this order? And therefore, I did what I did.
Do you think that there is a larger question of internal democracy within the party now? And were there also other leaders who are saying that Congress should not question Pulwama response and airstrikes?
There were leaders, to be honest. There were leaders who said that. But who was listening to them?
So no internal democracy, you are saying?
I'm not saying internal democracy, but the question is when you raise issues, there has to be somebody conveying it to the leadership, which I'm afraid didn't happen. So it went on, and then I realized that somewhere down the line one has to stop it, and I did what I did.
In the past also, sir, we have seen many senior Congress leaders leaving Congress and joining BJP. At that time, they also complained that, they were not heard. They waited for months before Rahul Gandhi could reach out. They could reach out to Rahul Gandhi. So, did you also raise those issues then?
See, I did not do anything with the leadership. I did not. I did convey it to people who I thought would convey it to them. Okay. But nothing of that kind happened. They took the positions were as it remained. Nothing happened on that. Okay. So my position was, look, I had enough and I decided to move on. So this is what triggered what happened.
Okay. So, but many people are saying in the Congress also questioning the timing of your leaving Congress and joining BJP. So do you think what prompted you to quit Congress now and join it just ahead of the polls?
That has nothing to do with elections. I would have done it earlier also. But then there were some considerations when I didn't want to disturb a situation. Okay. I didn't want to jump into a situation where I would create a problem. Now what I have done, I have not asked for any ticket that I should have any interest in contesting. The general argument is that, look, I probably wanted a ticket. Now, the fact of the matter is, I did not ask for a ticket in the Congress party, nor have I asked for any ticket in the Bharatiya Janata Party. I went in empty-handed, and I've come out from the BJP office empty-handed. So it's no deal there. I went on an ideological issue, and they answered my questions, and I like the way they behaved with me, and their ideological affinity made me closer to them.
You felt more respected in the BJP.
More than respect, I think there was an affinity which was ideological also, in terms of the fact that they was talking about the element of cultural, what they called as a cultural, there's a typical word they use.
Affinity.
Cultural nationalism. Now, when they talked about cultural nationalism, I felt there was some depth in it. They said, look, cultural nationalism has nothing to do with religion. It is inclusive. And I like that. And that was an RSS gentleman who gave me that particular quote. And I thought it was interesting. And when I exchange ideas with many of them, because I used to meet them on television debates, and before the program started, we would sit and have a cup of tea because there was time. Okay. So one thing led to the other, and what happened is there, right there.
But there are talks of you being fielded from Kerala. So,
look,
a possibility that party could use you in Kerala.
I belong to Kerala. I have a good insight into it. I did not ask for ticket from the Congress. Okay. And Congress believes that they can win the seat. BJP has still to make inroads, but they make an effort. I'm sure they will also be successful.
Okay.
And there are various issues in different districts. I know a lot about it. But as to the question, they have not approached me with any such interests. But yes, if they tell me to take up a task, go to some state, look after this or look after that, I'm always available. Because ultimately, when you belong to a party, you become a team player. So you don't hit goals. You pass the ball, and then the final player who attains the goal is part of the team. So that's the way I look at it.
So because you are also the spokesperson of the Congress party, and you must have attacked Mr. Modi on so many issues. So what has changed now? Because you have seen the BJP from inside out.
I was a spokesman. Now I am not.
Yes.
I said that, no, whether they make me or not is another issue. I said this on television today to one of the major channels. I said they played some things which I had said as a spokesman.
Yes.
I said then I was a spokesman. I spoke issues like you do from a teleprompter as an anchor. Then the Rahul Kaval said, no, I don't use a teleprompter. I said, I'm not saying you use it, but a lot of anchors do.
Yes.
So I, as a spokesman, I'm given a script. I paraphrase it. I use my own language, but the script is the same.
So did it hurt you leaving Congress, or did you take advice from a senior leader whether you should leave, you should, remain in the party?
See, I've been long in the party that I know how insecure some of our senior leaders are. So I don't want to go and burden them with my problems. Because they have their own problems to face, and I wish them good luck. But point is, I had to take a call, and I did.
So what attracted you towards BJP?
Yeah, there are things that we need to understand about the BJP. Now, BJP, there is a huge propaganda against the BJP that it is anti-minority. Now, the fact of the matter is, it is a national party. It's one of the largest party across the world. Second largest, I believe. And how can they be anti-minority? They need every vote.
Yes.
And they are doing everything possible, but then there's a propaganda running. Propaganda is that they are anti-minority. Now, they create this impression, and net result is what? People are scared. There's a phobia created. Now, if people like me join, we send out a message, look, there's nothing scary about them. They're people like us.
Okay.
They are Indians first, and they are interested in the interest of India. So it sends out a message, maybe many more people will join in, and when that happens, I think this minority phobia will vanish, and that initiative should be also taken by the BJP to ensure that maximum people, not just from one community but across the board, joins them, and more people joins them.
So you believe in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, that the slogan they have given?
I think it's a very good idea. The idea is very good, and but point here is practicing. You have to walk that extra mile to ensure that people come to you. If I can take the risk and come to you, why shouldn't others? And that's the beginning we have made.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tom, and I wish you well for your fresh innings. And that was
Thank
Mr.
you.
Tom Vadakkan with us. For The Print, Pragya Kaushik.